Hi my lovies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be, I was like looking down, I was like, what is today's video? It's actually going to be my top 10 high-end products that are worth your moolah. We all work hard, we all want to get the best from our money. It's just sense. I am going to break down to my top 10 products that I think are worth the money, and I think that if you were to pick something, that these are what I would recommend. I wanted to keep them mostly high-end for this video because of that reason. Like, when you're spending money, you want to make sure that what you are buying is good value for your money, and you want to make sure that what you're getting is decent. Again, remember that this is just my opinion. You don't have to take my opinion, it's just my video, that's all. I am just saying that these are the things that I would run out and I would purchase, and the things that I'd be the most interested in if I did have the money to spend on a high-end product. I hope this video is informative, I hope you enjoy it, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and yeah, let's head on into see what I would recommend to you guys. The first product that I would recommend to you guys, if you had the money to get it and you were hemming and hawing about it and you weren't sure, I'm going to give you that little push and I'd say go for it. It is the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I know I say Renaissance different, it's just the way I was brought up here in Ireland and that's what we say in our school system, but Renaissance, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is what the palette looks like. It's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I believe this is in around the €50 mark. I'm not 100% sure, but everything will be linked down below. This palette is one that I get the most questions about, bar none. Like, I get questions about this on a daily, on Snapchat, on Twitter. You guys are wondering, is it worth the money? Do I really recommend it? And I think it is one of the most stunning palettes, bar none. I reach for this more than any other palette I think I own, and I'm surprised I haven't actually hit pan on this because it's just one that I am constantly going for. The warm colours in it just scream to me. I try not to use this too much on camera. I have about 3 or 4 tutorials using it, which I'll try and link a few down below because I get asked, can I do tutorials on it, and I do have some on my channel, but I try not to use it too much on my channel because it is just a warm, neutral kind of palette with a couple of pinks thrown into it, but it is so special on the eyes, guys. There's just something about the formulation, something about the colors, how blendable, how pigmented they are. I don't have very many oranges or bright pinks, or, you know, this kind of rusty red down here, this mauvey pink. I just don't have them in my collection. I'm on the lookout for a dupe for it. I think I may have found one from Makeup Revolution, but I will do a video on it to see if it is a dupe. I don't know if it's going to beat the formula, because the formula of this is probably the best formula I've ever discovered from eyeshadows. They are buttery and creamy. They can have a tiny bit of fallout. I have a full review that I'll link down below on this, but in general the shadows are very good on the eyes, and they're very creamy and pigmented, and I don't really have any complaints. And I would say to you guys, if you're interested, just go for it. Just do it. You won't regret it. I promise. I want to move on to lips. So we're jumping around in this video. This is probably the only product that I would ever recommend in this category for you guys to buy. So I'm not a crazy mad fan on liquid lipsticks. I'm just not. I like a matte lip, yeah, like something like this today. But sometimes just, you know, liquid lipsticks are just a bit too much for me. They're a little bit too tight on my lips and drying, and they kind of crack, and I find them a bit high maintenance as well. Like, if I'm going on a night out, you know, they can crack on me, and, you know, I have to be looking at them constantly. If I'm drinking, are they smudging? But these, I never have any faults with. These liquid lipsticks are from Dose of Colours. I don't hear a huge amount of people talking about Dose of Colours lately, but when I first bought liquid lipsticks, these were all the rage, and I fully stand by them being a very good high-end liquid lipstick. They're only €15. They're not crazy expensive. I think they're $18, so they're not mad money, but they are available only online, so you have to get them shipped to you, so that kind of, you know, rises the price as well. I think I have nearly all of the colours. I just have 6 here to show you. My personal favourites, if you were to buy any, would be Stone, and I am obsessed with this one here, which is Desert Suede. Yeah, I knew it was called Desert Suede, just had to double check. And then I also would maybe get a red one. I do like Kiss of Fire. I think it is really pretty. They are like 3 of my favourite colours, but then I just like them all. They're all very pretty. I will give you a little swatch of them. This is Kiss of Fire, so it's like a mix between a pink and a red, and you can see it there. It is so pretty, and this looks really nice on the lips. These are the only liquid lipsticks lipsticks that dry quite nice on me. They're opaque, they're not like really drying, and they don't crack on my lips, and they don't, you know, I don't get that butthole effect from them. I just think that the formula of them is lovely. They're really moussey. So that is Kiss of Fire, Stone, and Desert Suede. They're my 3 favorites. And I have talked about them before in like favorites videos. But if I could recommend a liquid lipstick to you guys, maybe you've tried them all and they crack on you and they're too dry and you can't wear them, maybe try Dose of Colours, give it a whirl, tell me what you think, because throwing things on the floor, I should do, because I am not a liquid lipstick fan, as you guys probably know. But I do like them, and I will wear them on a daily basis, and I do like them for videos, and I think they are quite nice, and they're wearable, and they come in amazing colours, and yeah, I just recommend them to you guys, and go for it if you're thinking about it. This next product is definitely not very expensive. It's still considered a high-end brand here in Ireland. I know Inglot is a Polish brand, and it's not considered very expensive in Poland, but it can get a little bit pricey here in Ireland. I want to talk to you about their contour shades. This one in particular, which is number 507, yeah, 507 or 502, I'll write down the number below. This is like my favorite contour shade, bar none. I think it costs like 10 or 12 euro for this pan, so it's not very expensive, but you do kind of need the palette for it as well, so that can kind of rise up the price unless you have some sort of pro palette that you can stick it into. This is my favorite contour shade because it is probably the only shade I've ever used in my life that never, no matter what foundation I'm wearing, no matter what setting powders I have on, no matter what way I have done my makeup that day, this will not look choppy on me. It will blend out really nicely. It's really buttery. It still acts pigmented. It still looks pigmented on my skin. It's really blendable. There is nothing or no faults with this particular shade. I have had faults with some of the other contour shades, kind of being a little bit blotchy on me depending on the foundation or what way I set my face, but not this one here. It never steers me wrong. It is the perfect shade for my skin tone. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. I just recommend it if you're the same skin tone as me, so around an NC 35 to 37 from MAC, you will really enjoy that shade, and it is one of my favorites, and I recommend spending the money on it every day. Every single day. I'm gonna move on to a concealer next, and this is the Urban Decay Naked Concealer. I get asked so often what my favorite high-end concealer is. Can I recommend one that doesn't crease, that still brightens, that's really creamy on the skin, and that is long-lasting and, you know, doesn't fade but covers everything that it needs to. And this is the one that I recommend. So the Naked Skin from Urban Decay has never steered me wrong ever. It's never creased on me. It's always brightening. It doesn't go cakey or anything like that. You know, I can use any setting powder on this and it will never look cakey on me or dry or patchy or anything like that. It is one of the nicest concealers I've ever used. It is worth every single cent. I have bought loads of high-end concealers and loved them, yes, but you know, I always go back to this. I forget about them then. Just head in the direction of this one all the time. I'm in the shade Light Neutral. Perfect colour for me for brightening up the under eyes. I should have wore it today. I'm wearing my LA Girl one instead, but it is beautiful and it's worth the money. So if you were thinking of splurging on a high-end concealer, I will recommend to you guys to go with this one. Highlighters come and go. Their favorites one week, there's a new one coming out next week. We're always chopping and changing, but this highlighter is actually new to my collection and kind of odd that I'm recommending it because, like I said, it's only new. I haven't worn it like too many times. I bought it the day I heard it was coming out because it was so much hype when it was originally released, and I never got hold of it at that time because it was part of a limited edition collection. It is MAC's Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Oh Darling. This is now part of their permanent collection. I have it on my skin today. I've been wearing this so much, you guys. I cannot put this down. I bought it last week. It arrived like early last week and I've been wearing it, I'd say, every single day that I put makeup on my face. I love it so much. The reason why is because, yes, it can be a blinding highlight, but I only have a little bit on today. It goes with my skin tone. Sometimes I find some highlights look really ashen on my skin, or they're just a bit too much on my skin, if that makes any sense. They just look kind of chalky almost, but this doesn't. It's a mix between like a gold and kind of like a little bit of a peach, if you know, maybe it's just me that sees the bit of peach. It is a beautiful shade, and like I said, it's on my cheeks today. That's it there on the back of my hand. I'll just swatch, so I don't know if you can see it there. It's not the most, like I said, blinding highlight, but it is just something really, really special, and I have waited years to get my hands on this. And like I said, I didn't think I'd be recommending it in this video, but it is one that I am so happy to have in my collection. I love it, and I just think it is so beautiful. Look at it there. So nice. This is not only a highlight that I think would be suitable on my skin tone, but I also think if you were a little bit more subtle, it would look nice on lighter skin tones. And I also think this would be gorgeous on deep skin tones because it has that gold kind of peachiness to it. It would be fabulous on deep skin tones. This is going to be amazing in the summertime as well when you have a bit more of a tan, and I think I'll just have this everywhere. All over my collarbones, all over my shoulders, everywhere. It's just going to go every single place. Next up, I'm going to go back to the eyes, and I want to mention another palette. It's very rare that I mention two palettes in the same video, but this is another one that I find that I reach for so often and get so many questions about, and it is the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced. There's so many mixed reviews on this. Some people love it, some people hate it. It seems like it's like Marmite. But for me, I love it. I love the scent of it. I love the shades. I love everything about it. The reason I love the scent of it is because I used to have these kindergarten dolls when I was little, and I had a peach one. She smelled like this peach palette. So it just brings back memories for me. I absolutely love the shades. I wear this quite a lot. This shade here, this kind of neon orange, which is called Candid Peach. It's one of my most worn shades from this palette. I just think it's stunning. I just think it is fabulous, especially because it has the purples in it and green and stuff. It just has so much in it that I love about it. If you're not into that color scheme, I would say pass on it. But if you are interested, I do think this is lovely. This is another thing that's new to my collection. And again, not something I thought I would be recommending, but I cannot put this down, and I've worn it, I'd say, every day since I've got it. It is the California blush from Benefit. I have not fallen this hard and fast for a blush since I've had Bella Bamba. Bella Bamba is my all-time favorite blush. It was from Benefit, and they discontinued it about a year and a half ago. One of my gorgeous subscribers over in the US sent it to me because at the time I was like hitting pan on my other one, and she was so kind. She went and got it before it was discontinued, or it was in a discontinued sale. I don't know how she got hold of it, but she got hold of it for me, and I thank Christina every day for that because it was just so nice of someone to go to all that effort to get it to me. So I treasure that and use it very sparingly. It's not the same shade, but it may be exactly what I'm looking for from a blush from Benefit or any brand. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So it smells like coconuts as well. It just smells like holidays. It's beautiful. It is a straight up coral color. It is beautiful. I have it on my cheeks right now, but it has this glow to it. I don't know if you can see that on my cheeks. Like, it's almost radiant. That's exactly the way I would describe it. Same as Bella Bamba. It had this radiance to the blush that just gave your cheeks like a really nice flush, and it's not too overpowering either. You can use obviously a heavy hand with this, but a light touch of this blush and just gives you that radiant effect to the cheeks. I highly recommend this. Since I tried it out for the first time, I have been wearing it non-stop. I wear it everywhere, or anytime I'm wearing blush. It's just stunning, and the packaging, I mean, you can't beat it. It's Benefit. It's so cute and adorable. I love it. I'm going to talk about a foundation next. The only reason I'm mentioning this foundation is because so many people ask about it, and they ask my opinion about it, and I think it is worth the money, and it is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. There is nothing like this on the market. I cannot find a dupe for this foundation. Perhaps somebody out there knows of one. I have looked and I can't find anything like this. So that is why I'm recommending it. It is in a lane of its own because it is the only foundation I know like it. I bought this last year from Sephora. You can now buy this, I think, in Ireland. Maybe Harvey Nicks has it, I'm not sure. I know in the UK you can buy it in Harrods. It is one of my favorite foundations for doing what it does. It's extremely high coverage. I have heard people complaining about it like seeping into fine lines. I don't have that issue with it, so I never have, you know, never have a fault with it. But I do have like the little 11 in between my brows, and sometimes it can seep into the side very, very, very slightly. Do have the tendency to over apply this foundation. It can look cakey, so just be careful with that. This color does not match me currently because I'm not self-tanned. Like, you can see how much I put in the back of my hand and how much it blends out. It is so full coverage. Like, this is just bulletproof full coverage. Every single thing you need it to cover, it will cover it. And if you have oily skin, this will keep your oils at bay for as long as possible. The second last product I want to talk about is, again, just a product I can't live without, and I don't know what I've ever done before I ever discovered this, because it is the Cabrow from Benefit. It looks like that. So it comes in this little jar, and you think when you look at it, you're like, oh, there's not that much product in it, but a little bit of this goes a long way. I have it through my brows today. I am rubbish at brows, we know this. I harp on about it quite regularly, but this changed my brow game, and it has made my brows so much better. You honestly can't go wrong with any Benefit brow product. So if you are wondering and you did want to purchase a brow product from a brand, I would stand by Benefit, like hands down one of the best brow products on the market from any brand. They're insane, they're sensational, you can't go wrong. But this is my favorite product from their brow collection, and it has a little brush that you have in the handle. I think somebody said to me you can buy this brush separately. If you can, I will be purchasing it because it is my favorite eyebrow brush of life. Everything about this product just makes my brows look amazing. It's not too harsh. I'm in the shade number 2. Sometimes I can be in shade number 3 depending on how dark my hair gets. Like right now it's like every single color under the sun because I have different extensions in. Let's not get into that. So if you're not great at brows like me, then definitely give it a whirl, see what you think, and get back to me on it. It's worth every single cent in my opinion. The last product I want to talk about is for the eyes. Again, this is a new product to me. I've had them for probably about 6 weeks. I purchased these myself on a whim. So I just got them and I was kind of like, I don't know if I even am really going to like the concept of them. I don't know if I'm, going to wear them. It was probably a silly purchase on my behalf. I was just lucky that it worked out. Because usually when I'm buying high-end products, I try and do the research to make sure that they are going to be good, because I don't want to be throwing my money away. They are the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. They are a mouthful, so that's why I'm always trying to make sure I have the name correct. I have 2 shades here, so I have Diamond Dust and Kitten Karma, which is those 2 shades here. Kitten Karma is my personal favorite. It's almost like a glitter gel. I don't know how exactly you would describe it to somebody who's never used them before. So you just apply it onto the eye using the doe foot and you get your glitter payoff. The reason why I think these are great is because glitter is tricky business. Like, I mean, I have been there with the glitter falling down your face. It's not attractive, it really isn't. That is Kitten Karma there and Diamond Dust on top. I still will go in with the glitter base just because that's how I roll. I think if you're using any glitter product, it's good to have a glitter base. But this just works so much better. I just think that the fact that this comes on a doe foot wand, it's just really easy to apply, especially if you're not great at applying things like that. Like I'm not a makeup artist, so I still make mistakes all the time with my makeup. I'm not perfect, but these help with my glitter game and I highly recommend them. I think I got these off Feel Unique or Look Fantastic. I'll link them down below. Okay guys, that rounds up all of my top 10 high-end products. I hope I didn't ramble on for too long, but you know, the gift of the gab and all that. I never know when to stop talking. And if you're not already, please click that subscribe button because you'll get regular videos from me. I upload 3 times a week. And you can follow all my other social medias for regular updates, Snapchat, Twitter, and the like. I'm going to leave you guys. Let me know what your personal favorite high-end product is. Leave it in the comment section below. I'm going to read through them all because I want to see what you guys are loving too. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye!